We have, I'll make an introduction today, and because I'm going to start, is it on? Greg, is it on? Okay, I'm going to be doing the talking here while we're on tape. That's part of our routine. But before we start, because Katie came in, if you would introduce yourself to the class.
Okay, anything in particular?
Just your name
Okay.
and what they should call you.
Oh, okay. I'm Katie Zatzik. My grandparents immigrated to Hamtramck in the early 1900s. So last year I moved back to give back to new immigrants, and I'm just so pleased that Michael has asked me. So call me Katie, don't call me late for dinner. And I'm glad to be here. Thanks so much. And I'm learning too. This is my second experience of English as a second language. And I was in the business world.
Thank you. Let me go ahead with this and then we'll interact more
That's okay.
in a bit.
Whatever.
Okay. Immigrated. Do we remember that word?
Yeah,
What is it?
immigrated. Immigrate, we said?
That's the verb. Immigrate. It's an action. Immigrate means to go from one place
To another place.
to another. So you immigrated to the United States from a country. You emigrated from your country
To the United
to the
States.
United States. Emigrated. Immigrated means to.
To move to another country.
The word that often comes up, here's the big one,
Immigration.
immigration. So we see that one on the papers and documents you may have. You have your immigration papers. Yeah. You go to the immigration office.
Yes.
That's what I
One second, I want to write down this.
Shun. Immigration. Yeah. So if they ask you, when did you immigrate to the United States,
Right. When did
you give
come?
the date
Okay.
when you left. Yeah. Okay.
One second,
So-
I want to write down.
Katie, where did your family come from?
On my father's side, they came from Poland when my grandparents came, Poland did not exist. Okay, there was part of Russia, part of Germany, part of Austria. The country had been divided. So there's a whole mixture. And so, but my four grandparents all were Polish related. Okay, their culture, their religion, etc. was Polish related, no matter what part of non-existent Poland existed. So Polish, I'm 100%. Okay, by culture, by religion, etc. Okay, but, you know, they were all from all different places in Europe, if that makes any sense.
So, when, Katie? About when?
My father's side came over before 1900. He was a Polish coal miner in Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, if you ever heard that word or experienced that
In
word.
February, we'll talk about that.
Yes, and so he went there, they had like sponsored him, and so he went there. And my grandfather and my grandmother who immigrated to Hamtramck, the Germans had taught him to be a watchmaker. So they kept working, and he actually owned a jewelry store, watchmaking store by the 40s and 50s here on Holbrook. The building is now gone. But my uncle, first generation born here, had that store for a while.
Holbrook, do we know Holbrook?
Yeah.
Um,
It's where the CVS is now.
Oh,
Do you
okay.
know,
I understand.
you know that corner, CVS is new. And on the other corner with the shopping mall, do you know the shopping mall?
Yes.
Well, where Al Haramain is,
Yeah.
where the senior center is, that was the old Hamtramck High School. There used to
that
be,
shopping mall?
that whole area was
Oh,
a
okay.
school.
It's good.
And houses, yeah. And then it was changed and torn down and new things built. But her family came around the turn of the century, around this.
1900.
Yeah, they were all here by 1910, I would say. My mother was born in 1915, so maybe a little later.
That was a period of time when large numbers of people from Europe came to the United States and to Hamtramck. Why? Well, for different reasons. Many people from Europe came here because things were not good where they were living. No jobs, no food, poor. This was a place where they could come and things were good. About this time right here, 1920, immigration decreased because the government decided too many people from other countries. So that changes from time to time, immigration. And we know here in Hamtramck, what was Hamtramck's, why did people come to Hamtramck, of all places, about this time? Why? What was here?
For freedom. Freedom.
Something, that's a big word, freedom, yes, freedom. But why Hamtramck?
For better living?
What was here? What was here that gave them a better living?
High school? Better living?
Something that paid them money?
Help from the government? Help?
No, not then. They had to work hard. We have to remember this one.
Public benefits?
Automobile factory, okay. For job.
Here in Hamtramck now, there's a factory down way at the far south end, the General Motors factory. You don't even see it, but at one time there was more factories here in Hamtramck. And people worked in the factories. They came from Europe, worked here in Hamtramck in the factories, and they got paid. And so what do people do when they have money?
What?
When you have money, what do you do?
In the house?
Work.
Buy a house?
Good.
What? Buy a car? Go shopping?
Development.
Pardon?
Development.
Retail development. So you see, her grandfather had a jewelry shop. What is jewelry?
Ornament?
First for jewelry?
Jewelry? This thing.
Watch,
Watch,
rings.
Ring.
things, necklace, jewelry. Yeah. They had money from this to pay for shopping. So you see all the shops on Main Street, some on Conant, small shops. They were full of people shopping. And so some of them are still there, but many are not here any longer. So that's a little bit, but the important thing we should remember about Hamtramck with its history, it's connected to this one.
Automobile.
And the automobile factories here in Hamtramck, some factories are still in Dearborn. Do you ever drive through Dearborn?
Yes.
Do you see the smoke coming from the big factory
Yes.
in Dearborn? That's Ford Motor Company. It was the biggest factory in the world for a long time. May still be. People came from other countries to work in the automobile factories. And
if I can quickly add,
yes.
my dad came out of Pennsylvania. His sisters were here, and he got a job on Henry Ford's, what do they call that? The line.
Assembly line.
The assembly line here. I'm assuming in Hamtramck, I don't know, it might have been Dearborn. And he made the fantastic amount of $5 an hour, which was a lot of money.
$5 an hour. How does that sound?
That,
What?
Now.
that time was good.
What?
Not now.
Not. Actually, Henry Ford started $5 a day.
Oh, I'm sorry.
How does that sound?
Yes.
$5 a day, each day. Does that sound like a good deal?
No.
But that was high pay at that time. Yes, a long time ago. My grandfather worked in one of those places, $5 each day. How much a week?
7 day. 7 day, 5 day.
How much?
5 days we go, 6 days.
$5 a day, 5 days a week,
25
$25.
$25. That was high for that time. Yes.
So that means living cost is low,
Living cost was less,
less.
but most people were poor. They did not have a lot of money. People did not go on Saturday afternoon. They did not go to the Oakland Mall and to Walmart to buy some stuff. Anything. And times have changed. So, but anyway, that's why people came. And including those of you that are Yemeni American, the Yemeni, a group of Yemenis came here in the 1920s, 1930s, 1940s. They lived in Dearborn, not Hamtramck. They lived in Dearborn and worked in the automobile factories. Yeah. So a little bit of history, but you can't talk about Hamtramck without remembering this one. Yeah. Why do people come to Hamtramck now?
Still the automobile job, not Chrysler, GM.
Many of the people who work in factories now are working in factories that make pieces for the automobile factories. They make a small part and they sell it to the automobile factories. Seat belts, seat covers, driving wheels, plastics, all kinds of shops are doing that. Well, thank you, Katie, for sharing that information. just say Hamtramck.
When
Okay,
her family
When him family
came
come to the
came
USA,
to the USA,
they moved to the
Hamtramck. Moved.
past.
Moved.
Yes. Okay.
he moved
They moved
to
to
Hamtramck
Hamtramck when they came to the USA.
Came.
Came.
Past tense. When goes in front or at the end? Okay? Meaning is about the same. Sometimes we use it differently, depends on what we want to express. So let's take a look here on page 14. The key thing here is when. When is one of our question words. When. Okay. When. When has a relationship with time. It can be 6 o'clock. When do you eat? 6 o'clock. It can be an expression. When do you eat? I eat when I am hungry. No time in there, but it's an expression. Tells the idea around time. So let's take a look here at these time clauses with when. And let's start Torah. If you would start in the back, and if you would read the first line of the person Greta. Yep, right at the top, the first person Greta is saying something.
Read and
Practice
the conversation.
conversation. This is a conversation. Go ahead, your turn.
Hassan, Hans, when did you move to the United States?
United States.
United States.
Now, read it one more time. Again.
Hans, when did you move to the United States?
Okay. Is that past or present?
Past.
What makes you say past?
Moved. Moved.
I don't see moved.
Did.
Did. Did. That's your key. Did. Today I do. Yesterday I
Did.
did. Past tense. That was very good reading because notice when she said Hans, comma, that means take a breath. She's talking to Hans. So she slows up. Hans, then she goes on. Etafak, next one.
I moved here now. My children.
Wait, sit. Again, so I can.
I moved here when my children were me reading,
ready
ready to go college,
to
to go college. They
wanted
wanted to study here in the States. What
About it.
that what alright you
what about?
about you.
Very good. What about you? Etifa, can you read it one more time, all the way through?
I'm here now. When my children were ready to go at college,
It's okay.
they wanted to study here in the state. What about you?
Excellent. Remember, at and to, look for beginnings. When you see these, you know ta is first, ta is second. So you have to have a sound before T. Next one, Manal.
I moved here with me family. One me dad good
Oh, a big word.
three
Transferred.
transport here for week
For what?
work
Work.
work
Work. What's this one?
Mine.
My. My family. My dad.
me
Me.
Me. My. Me. Okay. Easy mistakes on those. What does transferred mean?
From one place to another place.
One place to another. Yeah. To transfer with a job means job here, job sends me over here. Transfer.
To send?
Transfer, yeah. What?
To send? Send someone.
A transfer means a different place.
One place to another place.
Yeah, transfer. So for example, I teach in the library. They say, oh, sorry, no library for teaching. You have to go to Horizon. Say, okay, we're going to transfer our class to Horizon. Just move. Yeah. It's often talked about with work, transfer. Yeah. Let's go on to the next one here. Hans, Jamal.
You happy you came.
Okay. And Bassam?
When we first got here, I was really homesick. Now, when I think about all the great opportunities I have here, I am happy.
That's another big word. Opportunities.
For the meeting.
Lots of sounds. Opportunities. Actually, this should be. Opportunities. We break the word up. We say it faster. Opportunities. What does that mean? Opportunities.
Big sons.
Like what? What? An opportunity is a chance to do something. Yes. So, for example, if I said, Horizon ESL class is an opportunity to learn English. Opportunity. Yeah. Oh, this other word here, homesick. What does that mean?
He's sick in the home.
Stay all time at home.
Homesick. Not sick at home.
Always sick.
It's an expression.
Stay at home.
It means someone is kind of sad. Oh, I want my home so bad. I want to go back the way it was. I'm homesick. Homesick. It's one word, homesick. One word, not home sick. That's two words.
He don't
So-
like to stay home, or he don't like that home.
No, homesick is a feeling. When we say someone is homesick, it means that they feel sad. Not sick, sad. Do we know sad?
Yeah.
People feel homesick because they think about where they used to live, where they lived before, and say, I miss those people. I miss where I lived. I miss them so much, and I think about it, and I feel sad. Not sick, sad.
That one called the homesick.
Yes. Yeah. Homesick. So this person, just to go back here, Greta says when she first got here, she was homesick. Now she thinks about all the good things and she's no longer homesick. Now she's happy. So you'll see in that same statement that she has, she's talking about feeling sad, homesick, and feeling very happy. And let's see, next one, Bakil.
Yeah, me too. We moved here for our children, and I am so cold. We our home now.
Wait. When you skipped a line.
Sorry, my children finish school. We will go back home to visit with the United States is our home now.
Okay. The first word here, moved. No ED sound. Moved.
Past tense.
Past tense of move. Looks like it should be moved, but moved. Just a D sound. What is this word glad? G-L-A-D.
Happy?
Yes, happy. I am glad. I am happy. Finish school. What does that mean?
Done school.
All done. Finish school. Then go back home.
Too busy.
What does that mean?
Come back here.
He go back home.
In this story, this person is coming to the United States from another country. So in this story, when she says, I'm planning to go back home, it means going back to her old family home. Okay? Because when we think about right here, if I said, after school, where are you going? You're going to say, I'm going home. That's here.
Yeah. Not back home.
Not back to your old country.
Old country.
So you have to remember the word home, we have to decide what it means in the story. So let's go down here to part B with questions. Okay, Abdullah, question number 1.
We did.
Why?
Why did Hans and
Greta.
Greta move to the United States?
Why?
Forward.
Why? Not when, but why?
For the children study.
Take a look at the last statement by Hans. Greta has a story, Hans has a story, and they have a story together. So look down there at the last statement. We moved here for
Our children.
our children.
They're ready to.
So the answer they moved here for their children. Allah, next one, number 2.
Are they happy they moved here? Yes.
Yes, they are.
Yes, they are.
You want to have complete sentence. I should go back and show you, she answered yes. But on the paper, they wrote the way people often say yes.
Yeah.
What does this mean?
Same meaning?
Same meaning. This is proper. This one, street language. Yeah, okay. That means yes, okay.
Yes.
Are you happy? Yeah. Means
Yes.
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 Yeah. Okay. Safa, next one.
Do you think they will both stay? Both stay.
Okay.
Stay.
So what do you think?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, yeah? Okay. Anybody say no? Is she homesick?
No, now they are glad, they are happy now.
Not anymore. So when they ask of you a question about what do you think, there can be different ideas, but you should be able to give a reason why. So it says, do you think they will both stay?
No.
Yes, no, yes, no.
Yes.
What's the reason for yes? What's the reason for saying yes? I heard that word.
Because they are happy in here. Glad we moved.
Do you see that?
Yeah.
I'm so glad we did.
We moved.
Is that yes or no?
Yes,
They like it.
they like it.
That's evidence. You can say, Wilson says no. Why do you say no, Wilson?
We are the right. We will go back home to visit. Yes.
Well, visit.
The for visit, not ever.
When we say stay, that usually means this is going to be their home. So I understand what you're saying. Do you think they will both stay? If you think that means they're never going to go back to see their family, that's one way of looking at it. But in this story, I think that makes it more complicated. But a better answer would probably be, yes, they will stay because they are glad they moved. So let's go down here to the bottom and notice my brother, past tense, my brother got his first job when he was 17 years old.
Answer is yes, they are stay, then glad.
Well, Wilson has a different thought because he can think differently.
I am talking about you.
I would say, I think so. I think yes. So let's go down to the bottom in the box, the past tense. My brother got a job, his first job, when he was
17.
17. Got and was both past tense. The next one, present tense. I always do my homework, present tense. When I get home from school or from my job, do and get both present. Now let's go down here to future. She will get a full-time job when her kids go to college. First one is future, second one is present tense. You don't change the go. Okay, let's see. On this side, I'm going to give you a few minutes to take a look.
I want to go.
See you tomorrow? Okay, very good. Pardon?
Yeah, same car.
Same car. Very good. Who drives? Oh, they both point. What?
Yeah,
Do both of you drive?
yeah, I can.
You can drive?
Yeah.
And you can drive. Very good.
Thank you.
See you tomorrow. Up here, it says on part C, use the correct verb form. You may need to change the verb to present tense, past tense, future tense. Okay, now I'll give you a few minutes to try this on your own.
Okay.
Each one is used once. The first one is done for you. The verb be has been used, but they didn't write in the word be. They changed it to are. Remember, the verb to be is broken down. I am, he is, they are. Okay, I'll give you a few minutes to work on this. You want to walk around and see how people are doing?
Sure.
Okay. We'll use you more. Okay. If you're stuck, Katie and I can help you.
Michael, are cell phones used as a reference tool?
Anything they can use.
Okay.
Cell phones are great because they can translate any words that you may have trouble with. If you need a definition of a word, if you don't know what it means, use your cell phone or ask us. You can work together with someone sitting next to you, that works too.